Hey guys, so today I want to do a side-by-side comparison here, the LG G3S versus the LG G2, and these are similar devices in a lot of aspects. Also the price could be very similar in different regions. So the G3S is the smaller version of the G3, but it's still pretty big, 5-inch. And then the LG G2 here, which was a very popular smartphone from last year, has this ugly UI though. But if you look at the specs here, what are some of the differences? Well, the first thing you're going to notice is probably that you do enjoy the build quality more of the G3S, which just feels like a small G3, and the G3 really had a nice design. The back here definitely feels way less plastic. Feels super plastic here on the LG G2. And also the button layout, and that feels better, and that's probably what most people are going to agree on. You do get a 30 megapixel camera here though, versus 8 megapixel camera on the G3S, a little bit lower there. And also the display here is 1080p on the G2, which is higher of course than the 720p display here that you're going to get on the G3S, but is there really a big difference between 720p and 1080p? No, it's actually not a big difference. So overall, I would say that, I would say the big thing here is that this one feels so much better in the hand, personally, if you ask me, and also the UI looks a bit better. It's a little bit smaller also than the G2. The G2 has a 5.2-inch display versus the 5.2-inch display here on the G2. G2 5.2-inch here, 5-inch. You can also, the UI difference is major. How much better it looks on the G3S, more slim and stuff like that. Also, the display seems to be a little bit sharper, or not sharper, but just text seems to look a little bit better, a little bit smaller, and such like that. You do have 8 GB internal storage though on this one only, versus 1632 GB variants here on this one, which definitely is nice. So if you need that more storage, this one is going to be the one to go. Also, this one is higher, Snapdragon 800 versus Snapdragon 400, quad-core 3 GHz, and here it only has quad-core 2 GHz, quad-core 7. So it might be a big difference in terms of games, in some high-end games, because it's quad-core A7 here only versus Create 400 inside of the G2. It's probably going to be a major thing. It's going to notice a difference in, especially in benchmark scores and such like that. You do get also a little bit better battery life inside of this one, at least on paper. 3000 milliamps versus 2540 milliamps, which is inside of this one. Then again, you can see here, you can take off the back on this one, but I'm not so sure if you can do it on the G2 because it doesn't seem like it has an opening. So that's also a nice little thing, that you don't have to have this text on the back of the G3S. So I would definitely say this one, even though a little bit lower there on the camera and stuff like that, but I think that how it feels in the hand is going to be a big difference. But if you need some specific apps, it's going to be heavy usage, maybe the G2 is going to be better for you. But I want to feel more. I think the feeling is important of a smartphone. So quick little specs comparison here. The G2 and the G3S. Have an awesome day.